Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I'm showing you how to make my 4-ingredient, no-bake peanut butter oatmeal bars. Now these bars are 100% vegan, they are gluten-free, they're dairy-free, they are so easy to make and so insanely delicious. So good. They make a really great alternative to any of the highly processed bars you might buy at the grocery store. They're perfect to grab and go. They're very convenient, and just 1 or 2 of them is hearty enough to hold you over in between a meal if you need a snack. It's perfect as a pre or post workout snack, and it would also hold up when you're in a pinch as a breakfast on the go. All you need to make this recipe is some rolled oats. I'm using a gluten-free organic rolled oat, some natural peanut butter, some real maple syrup, and chopped up dried cranberries, which by the way could also be chocolate chips, shredded coconut, raisins, your favorite nut. Really, you can play around with the stirrings, and I highly encourage you to figure out which one would really light you up. But personally, I love the sweet chewy cranberry with the peanut butter and the oats. It's a delicious combination. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is prepare an 8x8 baking dish by lining it with some parchment paper. So I like to buy this pre-cut parchment paper. I'll just trim it down a bit, and then you're just gonna push it down, fold those edges in so that it lays in the pan. Now, precision is not my strong suit, and it doesn't have to be yours. This does not need to be perfect. You just wanna get it in the pan. On the flip side, if you did not have parchment paper, you could also coat the pan with a little bit of coconut oil or some cooking spray. We just wanna make sure that the bars come out easily once they are set up. Okay, so into a nice big bowl goes 1 1/4 cup of the rolled oats. Then I have a cup of all natural peanut butter. Now, if your peanut butter is coming right out of the fridge, it's gonna be a little bit thicker and harder to stir. So ideally, you want your peanut butter to be at room temperature. When you're buying your peanut butter, look for all natural peanut butter. The only ingredient you should have there is peanuts, preferably organic and not salted. So get that into the bowl. And just a side note, you could also make this with homemade peanut butter, which I have recently discovered is extremely easy to make. And if that's something you guys are interested in, I'd be more than happy to make a video on homemade peanut butter. Just come on down to the comments below and let me know if that's something you'd want to see. Then I have 1/3 cup of real maple syrup and 1/2 cup of those chopped up dried cranberries, which again could really be any stir-in that turns you on. If you don't want it to be dried cranberries, by all means look through the pantry and pick what looks good. Once I have everything in the bowl, I'm just gonna grab my spatula and slowly start to mix this all together. And you're gonna see that it comes together into this really thick batter. Once it's all mixed well together, it's ready to roll. So I'm just gonna transfer this into the prepared baking sheet, using my spatula to flatten it out a bit. I usually start with the spatula, and then honestly, I just move right on over to using my hands. I find it easier to manipulate the bars this way. So you just wanna work them into the corners, into the side, get it as even as possible. And from here, we just pop it into the fridge, where I'm gonna let it set up for about an hour or so. They don't need to cook, there's no baking involved. You could eat them just like this, but in order to cut them, it's a lot easier when they're cold and they've firmed up. Now, just a quick side note, for those of you who enjoy recipes like this, you may also wanna check out my 3-ingredient banana oatmeal breakfast cookies or my no-bake chocolate chip oatmeal energy bites. Both of those recipes would be great options to keep us out of those processed food aisles at the grocery store, but still give us the convenience that those items can offer. So I'm gonna link to them down in the description box below if that's something you might be interested in. So once the bars have chilled, they're pretty much ready to roll. They're much easier to cut this way, and they're tastier when they're cold. So if you did the parchment paper, it's super easy because you can just lift the whole entire thing out of the pan like this. And then I like to cut them into 16 squares because they really are very energy dense. It's like peanut butter and oatmeal and maple syrup. So I don't like really big squares with these, like little bite-sized squares. So I cut them 4 rows in one direction and then 4 rows in the opposite direction, and I end up with 16 bars. Now from here, what I like to do is I just transfer them into an airtight container, and I'll keep these stored in the fridge happily for up to 10 days. If you wanted to have them even longer, you could go ahead and store them in the freezer and they will last for months. If you like peanut butter and oatmeal, this is a no-fail bar. So simple, So good. And now I cannot wait to see the versions that you whip up in your very own kitchens. So make sure when you do that you snap a picture, tag me on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you have not already, my dear friend, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this video with anybody else you know who wants to make healthy eating easy. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies, and I'll see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers. Hello, my friends, it's Danny. 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 And today I'm showing you how to make firming up in the fridge.